Hi guys, Young Master Charles here for, well, a little bit of a mail day. Now, I've got a little bit of a special package from Japan, just to sum up the start of it. It's a set I all know, love and true, but here we go. We've got one little boxy. We've got two little boxy, and then we've got three little boxy. Now, if you know how much I've been loving the Shiny V set, obviously trying to go for the Master set, but obviously in this video you're going to see I've picked up a fair few Shiny V cards, or Shiny cards from Japan, but I'm really loving enjoying opening the cards, so got a few more boxes just to get some of the reverses, and obviously I'm trying to still get that VMAX Charizard before. I don't want to buy it at right now, but maybe later on. Now, I'm going to go through these a little bit later, but just while we're on the Shiny V train, I also picked up all of these, and they're all just an assortment of Shiny babies, but we'll go through a little bit more of a look after that later, and then we'll also manage to get some full arts as well, but we'll go through all the Shinies as one set later. But what I thought we'd first go through is I picked up an assortment of Charizards, just because they were very cheap, obviously a lot cheaper than I'm going to see over here in Australia. Now we've got the Detective Charizard Pikachu, or from Detective Pikachu. I've got all of these cards in English, so be able to get them. I thought, why not, for a few dollars. Some of them are the ones at the back are for even less than $1, but I thought, why not, just to add to my little red books. We've got the Detective Pikachu, we've got the Dragon Majesty, I think it was Dragon Storm it came from, the Charizard holographic. Now also these are something I really think are going to be a little bit of an investment later on down the track. Now I know a lot of people bought these in bulk, but I just think that Charizard illustration artwork is just absolutely stunning. So I bought two of these originally, and I was going to send them both off to grade, and I think from memory one of these only has a small little nick, tiny little nick from memory at one of the tops, but, or that one there, sorry, just at the bottom, tiny little nick just there. But apart from that, they look really nice, so I might just put these in the binder as well. If not, probably we'll send 3 or 4 of these off to PSA. So these I think are a really beautiful card, and the fact that I picked these up for around $10 each compared to what they're selling for in Australia, where they're around $30 to $40. Now these are the ones I got for, I believe, around 70 to 80 cents. Now these are the Charizard V from the Japanese VMAX deck, so they were really cheap back in the day. They were $25 for the deck, and you got the VMAX, which is selling for around $3.50 as a PSA 10, but this was the other Charizard. So you got 2 of these in a deck, and essentially it was just the VMAX and these 2 cards you wanted, so I thought 5 of these, pretty minty, good option. Now I can't thank Arbok Den enough for putting me in the right directions on how to do these things. He's a absolute wondrous man. Now, what I'm about to show has a little bit of a small story. If you know what these are, please let me know, because while I'm going through these, I'm going to explain what happened. So what I'll do, I know the hits are more at the front, I'm going to put the hits at the back. Now, these are a random assortment of, now the condition of them varies a lot. Some of these are pretty dinged up, some of them not too bad, but some of these are adventure cards. I've noticed when I was looking through, some of these are Pokemon Weekly. Now, I've never seen these cards before, but what happened, the main reason these have come into possession, don't think YMC's just gone, oh, he's got some random sorted cards that he decided to buy. It's not like that at all. There was this file. See, look, just, what is this? I don't know, it's just, all I know is this Deoxys from Mood. But what I'll do is I'll go through a few of these. That's a pretty card, like a basket. But once again, this is from, you can tell from the other artworks, this is also now, I assume, a different set of cards. But there was a file that looked really cool. It had a Lugia and Ho-Ho on it, and inside the file were a few, well, that's a cool card, were a few, what I'd say were nice cards. Now, it was $30, and I thought, from, Typhlosion, from the explanation, it literally said, Pikachu and Ash, I'm trying to get in the story, then a nice little card pops up. And it said there was going to be it looked like there was going to be some good cards in there, but then when I read the explanation, it said, you might get the file, you get the file, you don't get the file, you can get some of the cards on request. And I thought, well, I assume for the price, you're going to be getting the file, and if best comes to the best, I get the cards. When the package arrived, it was parcels within a parcel. There was nothing that was covered in something that, now that's a cool card. I really like that. Nice, we'll put that to the side. Now, there was nothing that was holding a file, so when so when I saw a package, I thought maybe it's just the cards they've sent. So in the file were these random cards. Also, I've noticed when I looked through, there were these Pokemon Weekly. But there was also a good assortment of other goodies, but we'll go through this after. And once again, obviously, judging by the price only being 30 AUD, there was a big variation in condition, as you can see with some of these, obviously being bent at the top, and even the cards that I show later, there's a bit of damage. I think there may be one or two fakes from the cards. For all I know, these could be fake, but pretty cool looking. I know from the set ones we're going to look in a second, there's definitely some ones that are going to be worth keeping. Now, so how are we looking? There's a big, as I say, they're all just in a random lot. There's these random Pokemon weekly cards, which are kind of cool, so I've got to do a bit of research on that. I tried to, an Altaria. I tried to find some earlier, but I wasn't getting very far in what I was finding. Now, these were the hits. These were the cool hits, or ones that had a bit more mix. Now, this is a cool card. It's a holofoil Mudkip. I'll take it out of the sleeve just so you can see what we're working with. Now, look at that. Now, that's a really pretty card. So I'm going to have to work out where these come from. This was in one of the better cards. Obviously, you can just see one or two little nicks at the top, but these are cool. For holofoil forms, there's going to be one or two others. There's a few fan favourites. Obviously, we try and not go too many episodes without mentioning our man, Arbox Den. I found this, so he doesn't know, but he does now. This will be coming his way. And once again, just another holofoil. These are absolutely stunning. I really like these, so I'm going to have to find out where these originate from, or what sets they originate from. And then just a few little fan favourites. Well, I don't know why the Electabuzz is in there, but we found there was a Heracross. I feel just finding this random assortment of cards, it was meant to be with just this little Heracross. And then, this I think this could be special, because it's got the Pokemon Weekly again, but it's in the golden writing, and then it's got this little stamp. So this will be my little Detective Pikachu clue, could be safe for later when I do a bit of research, and then just a little fan favourite, yeah. But that was one of the cool cards. Now there were these, I've got a random assortment of cards here, but what I'm going to do, some were absolutely smashed up to pieces, some are okay, so I'm going to show you the smashed up ones first, and then I'll get into the better ones. Now if there's any fakes that you spot, and if any irregularities, please let me know, because then I can look at these a bit easier. But this was in the lot, so this was, what you just saw then, and all this was 30 Australian dollars. So if you're from England, £15, because it would originate where the family's from. US dollars, I'm not too sure off the top of my head. But these are the cards that are just not so good condition. Oh, actually, I lied. That one's not bad. Now these are the cards that are not so condition. Now you can see with these, some of these are absolutely smashed. They're not even probably worth anything at all. But there was only probably a handful of these that were pretty dinged up. But the ones I'm going to go through at the start, I'll go through them a little bit quicker, just because, as we can see, they're absolutely smashed. But nonetheless, it's nice to see some of these cool old artworks, even like a little holographic Entei. Lucario, and once again you can see a lot of the edging coming up on the card, so that's where you know a card is well and truly fucked. And then Kingdra EX. It was nice just now, these are the times I think this might be fake, because it just seems a little bit, it doesn't seem like it's real when I'm holding it. Something looks a little bit off on the holofoil, it looks a little bit faint, but this is one thing I've got to start learning, is trusting those, or finding out those fakes in Japanese. So it's going to be fun doing a little bit of homework, actually doing a little bit more research. Now, we are getting up soon to better cards. As you see, we're still in the bad card section, and I believe now we're into the better ones. So this is the last bad one, I remember now. It's got that big, ugly crease, and definitely so. This was a card I was really excited to see. Now, as you can see, this was the worst condition card. It's all come up on the edges, it's creased, it's just, one thought is maybe could send it off to PSA. Will they even grade it? PSA 1, that'd be interesting, but beautiful card nonetheless, the EX starters from Fire and Red Leaf Green. And then this, I think, yes, this was the last damaged card. So the ones we've seen they're cool cards nonetheless, but these are the ones that I felt were just a little bit smashed, so not worth much. But then we got some good condition cards. Now these weren't bad. Now, as you can see with the edgings, a little bit better. This one's got a tiny little bit of a crease there, tiny. But the rest of these, if we look at the Meganium, now this is the holo from DP2. Really nice. Now a little tiny edge there, but as I said, for $30, I really wasn't expecting that much. Now the Meganium EX, the Torterra. Now I believe this is where once again I think there's the fake. So we've got it says it's from DP1, same with the Empoleon, and same with the Infernape. Now the only difference you can see, this has got the holo, nothing in the background. But if you look at these two, you might be able to see with the light, can you see how there's a sparkle that goes across the whole card? So I don't know if these are like a reverse. I don't think there was reverses in DP. So this is where I'm starting to think maybe these types may be fakes. And also you can just feel that little difference with the cardboard between your fingers. But we've also got, there's a few double ups luckily from the damage section. We've got the Empoleon X, the Darkrai X, the Lucario from EX Crystal Guardians, another Darkrai, Garchomp X. Now these are, once again, the cards, ones like this, much better condition. There's not tiny little bit of edge wear on the sides, but where I saw a few of these X's, I thought if this actually is sending the cards, then I'm going to be quite excited. Now it makes it quite funny because the ad made no sense because there were one or two Charizards in this, so obviously the blokes picked and choose, or maybe did sell one or two, but the ad did say ask for cards upon request, and I just thought maybe it's the folder, take the gamble, and we've ended up with all these cards. Now that's the Darkrai promo. Palkia. Now there's a lot of DP holos in here from when I was having a look. Now I believe this is another one I believe to be more on that fakey side, but once again, if you're a little bit well known, I think I'm going to have to put these aside and take them to my man Arbok to give me a little bit of a second look over. Staraptor, a little swirly. Dusknoir, Lucario, Electivire. As you can see, there's a lot of DP holos now, but these cards are in much better condition. So they look like they were packed and then maybe just not put in a sleeve. Now if this is real, this is a cool card. I really like the Jolteon from EX Crimson, but a little bit of a crease down here. But if this card is real, that would be a bit of a goodie, but I just don't know because I wasn't sure if maybe they used the actual same English sign for that set, but I have to wait and see. I'm going to do a little bit more homework. As I said, I've just taken all of these packages out of the box from Japan, Dragon Majesty Rayquaza, and opened it up and then got it ready for the camera for y'all. So got the Lugia and then the Feraligatr DP2. So I thought that was for $30. I know obviously a few are banged up, but I thought that was a little bit of a added bonus into the little mail day. Now what I'll do is we'll finish off going through the shiny V's and see what we've got. Now earlier on I showed we had the big pile. Now I managed to get these in 2 lots. Just for organisational purposes, I've put them into their colours already just recently in doubles, so I know a little bit for later. But I bought these in 2 lots. They were about 2 equal lots. One had full arts, the other was just babies. And I think the baby lot might have maybe had a few more cards. But these cost me essentially just over 200 Australian dollars. So I've managed to cross off a lot of the shiny babies that I need for the set. And also what I'm going to do is off-sell the doubles and also the double full arts. But we'll get into that when we go through. So we've got the Grookey Eldegoss. Now as you can see, there's just a lot of shinies. But you'll see a few double ups in here. But my planning with when I bought these, obviously some of these are selling anywhere between 5 to 15. I've seen some go for $20, not obviously of these certain doubles, but some of the shiny babies. And I thought if I've got some doubles, I can make a bit of money back on the lot that was sold, and that was bought, and then selling some. And then also, since some of them had the full arts, I had a lot of the full arts, but after doing a bit of research, I think we can make a fair bit of the bundle back. So as you can see, there's a lot of going through the different energies. Now I'm still about 20 babies off completing the baby set now, but this really has made a taken out a big dent. So there's a half lot. Now we'll move into the ground ones, into the end. The only thing now is obviously trying to find the reverses now that we've got a lot of the babies that have managed to be crossed off the list, and obviously that Charizard G-Max. But we've got the Farfetch'd, Negress, Yamask. Now you can just see it's 190 secrets, so There's a lot of cards, and as you can see, there's even a tripler of the Stone Joiner. But once again, probably chuck it up on eBay, if not on a Facebook sale. Find out the prices, probably around $6, $8 a card, and having probably 10 of those, at least it makes $60, $80 back. And then with the full arts we're about to show, we should hopefully make all the money back, if not more. Obviously the boxes in the back don't count, it's just more aimed at these shiny V lots. Now, we'll go through the final order of business, the shiny Vs for today. Now these were the exciting ones. Now the one I didn't have, and this is the card I really wanted to pack, but I thought regardless I'll get it while it's in there, is the Ditto VMAX Shiny. Now all of these I've managed to pack so far, but I thought once again, there's a lot of people collected this set that I can off-sell some of these, make some of the money back, and then essentially it makes it a lot cheaper to keep the collecting going. We've got the Indeedee Full Art, Lapras Sphere, and once again I cannot thank Arbok and Jebs for showing me the way, especially when it comes to Japanese product. I feel like it's back to younger me again. But I love the Japanese stuff, look at that. So we've got the Lapras VMAX. Now this was the real helper that I thought. Now these are selling anywhere between, I think, 28 to 35 Aussie dollars. So let's say, we'll go 30 for argument's sake. We've got 30, 60, 90, 120. That pretty much, that's over half of what all of this cost us when it came to the shiny babies and the full art. So we've also got the full art Rillaboom VMAX, and then the Craboran shiny full art as well. But so this has already found its new home. I'm going to be sending this off to my man Monjala. But guys, so much from Japan. Now, if you have any comments about if some of those Japanese are faked, please let me know. I do want to know. I'm going to be doing my research in the meantime. But if you like the video, thumbs up, comment. I'll see you soon. Cheers.